What if I told you that the universe is preparing 10 special moves for you, Aquarius? What if everything you've experienced so far has only been preparation for something much bigger that's about to happen? Aquarius, this video didn't reach you by chance. The moment you decided to press play was exactly the moment the universe wanted you to receive this message. And look, I know you might be feeling a little lost, perhaps questioning whether things will get better, whether your efforts will finally pay off. Maybe you're tired of waiting, tired of fighting alone, tired of feeling like nobody understands your unique way of seeing the world. But I need you to know something very important. The universe never forgets those who deserve it. And you, Aquarius, deserve all the good things to come. In this video, I'm going to reveal 10 incredible things that the universe is keeping in store for your sign very soon. I'm not talking about empty promises or distant hopes. I'm talking about real concrete changes that will transform your life in ways you can't even imagine. But be warned. If you don't stay until the end, you might miss crucial information about your future. Each of these 10 revelations has been carefully prepared for you to understand exactly what's coming and how to prepare to receive these blessings. The universe is moving pieces on the chessboard of your life, and you need to know what those pieces are. So relax, take a deep breath, and open your heart to receive this message that was made especially for you. First revelation: an encounter that will change everything. Aquarius, the first thing the universe has in store for you is an encounter. But I'm not talking about just any encounter. I'm talking about that kind of connection you feel in your soul, you know? That kind of person who seems like you've known them in other lives, who understands you without needing many words. The universe knows that you are a sign that values authenticity above all else. You are not content with superficial relationships, with empty conversations, with people who cannot keep up with the depth of your thoughts. And for that very reason you often feel alone, even when surrounded by people. But that is about to change, my dear Aquarian. Very soon, you will cross paths with someone who will truly understand you. It could be a friendship that transforms into something very special. It could be a love that arrives suddenly. It could even be a spiritual mentor who will open your eyes to things you haven't yet seen. The important thing is that this person will bring a completely new energy to your life. And you know what's most interesting? You will perceive this connection immediately. You won't need to force anything. You won't need to pretend to be someone you're not. It will be natural, it will be light, it will be exactly the way the best connection should be. This person will respect your space, will value your freedom, because they will understand that these things are sacred to you. Aquarius doesn't work well with people who want to hold you back, who want to control you, who want to change who you are. And the universe knows this very well. That's why this person who is coming will be different from everything you've ever known. They will arrive at the right moment when you least expect it, perhaps when you've already given up searching. Because that's how the universe works. When we stop desperately chasing, things start to flow naturally. So pay attention to the signs, Aquarius. Pay attention to that conversation that seems to go beyond the normal, to that look that says more than 1,000 words, to that feeling that you've finally found someone who speaks your language. Can happen anywhere. At work, in a course you're going to take on social media, at an event you weren't even planning to go to. The universe has its mysterious ways of bringing the right people together. And you deserve that connection. You deserve to have someone by your side who truly sees you, who truly values you. Don't give up on believing in good people, because one of them is coming your way right now. Second revelation: an unexpected financial opportunity. The second thing the universe is preparing for you, Aquarius, has to do with money. And I know this is a subject that sometimes bothers you, because you're not driven solely by material things. You're a sign that values ideas, ideals, and greater causes. But let's agree on one thing. Money is energy, and energy needs to circulate in your life too. The universe recognizes all the effort you've made, all the times you've helped others without asking for anything in return, all the brilliant ideas you've had that have benefited other people. The time has come for you to receive it back. Very soon, a completely unexpected financial opportunity will appear in your path. It could be a job offer you weren't even looking for. It could be a side project that suddenly starts to yield results. It could even be money you didn't even remember existed. The important thing is that this opportunity will arrive in a surprising way. And do you know why? Because Aquarius is the sign of innovation, originality, and ideas that are ahead of their time. And the world is finally ready to value that. People are starting to realize they need people like you, who think differently, who see solutions where others only see problems. So don't be surprised if someone suddenly approaches you with an interesting proposal. If an old project of yours starts to bear fruit, if an idea you've had for a long time finally finds the right people to make it a reality. The universe is opening financial doors for you because it knows you will use this money consciously. You're not the type to spend irresponsibly or get lost in materialism. You will use this abundance to gain more freedom, to fulfill your dreams, to help those you love, perhaps even to invest in causes you believe in. And that's exactly why the universe trusts to send you this blessing. But there's one important thing I need to tell you. When this opportunity arises, don't let your skepticism get in your way. I know Aquarius has a very analytical mind that likes to question everything to understand how things work. But sometimes you need to trust the flow of life. You need to take a leap of faith. When that door opens, don't overthink whether you deserve it or not, or if it's too good to be true. Simply accept it, be grateful, and enjoy it. The universe doesn't bring bad things your way, especially now that you're aligned with such high energies. So when the money arrives, receive it with gratitude, use it wisely, and trust that this is just the beginning of a new phase of abundance in your life. If this message resonated with your zodiac sign, trust me, it's no coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it sends exactly the right signal, and you're here because you needed to hear this today. Your contribution as a subscriber or member is what keeps these messages alive. Messages that touch, awaken, and transform lives. And if this video made sense to you, leave your birth date in the comments. Let's continue with our video now. Third revelation, the healing of an ancient pain. Aquarius, the third revelation I have for you is about healing. True deep healing, the kind that touches the soul. I know you carry some pain stored deep in your heart. It could be resentment from relationships that didn't work out, disappointments with people you trusted, or even childhood wounds you never fully processed. You're very good at intellectualizing things, at putting on an armor of rationality to protect your heart. But I need to tell you a truth. This armor, however much it protects you, also prevents you from feeling completely, from surrendering completely, from living completely. And the universe knows this. Therefore, very soon you will go through a process of deep healing. Can begin in many ways. Perhaps you'll find a therapist who finally helps you untie these emotional knots. Perhaps you'll discover a spiritual practice that resonates with your soul. Perhaps you'll simply have an honest conversation with someone who hurt you in the past, or with someone you hurt. The important thing is that you're going to start releasing those old pains that have been occupying precious space inside you. And when you release those pains, do you know what will happen? You'll feel lighter, freer, more yourself. You'll realize you were carrying a weight you didn't even know was there. You'll look at life with renewed eyes. You'll be able to connect with people in a more genuine way. You'll allow love to enter your life without so many barriers. Because Aquarius, even though you're an air sign, even though you value the mind and ideas, you also have a heart. And that heart deserves to be healed, deserves to be cared for, deserves to be free. The healing process isn't easy, I won't lie to you. You'll have to face some uncomfortable truths about yourself and others. You'll have to forgive, including forgiving yourself for choices you made in the past. You'll have to accept that you're human, that you make mistakes, that you have vulnerabilities like anyone else. But each step of this process will bring you closer to your true essence. It will reconnect you with that pure part of yourself that may have remained hidden because of pain and disappointment. And when you finally heal from these old wounds, you will realize that you have much more love within you than you imagined. Love to give, love to receive, love to share with the world. So don't be afraid of this process, Aquarius. Don't run away when emotions arise. Allow yourself to feel, allow yourself to cry if you need to, allow yourself to be vulnerable. Because it is precisely in this vulnerability that your greatest strength lies. And the universe is giving you all the support you need to get through this. You are not alone on this healing journey. There is a greater force guiding you, protecting you, supporting you every step of the way. Fourth revelation, the recognition you deserve. The fourth thing the universe has in store for you, dear Aquarius, is recognition. I know you don't do things seeking applause or praise. You are driven by greater purposes, by a genuine desire to make a difference, to contribute something meaningful to the world. But that doesn't mean you don't deserve to be recognized for your worth, your talent, your unique contribution. And the universe knows exactly how much you have dedicated yourself, how much you have given of yourself without expecting anything in return. Therefore, very soon you will receive the recognition you deserve. It may come in different forms. Perhaps it will be a promotion at work that you weren't even expecting. Perhaps it will be a project of yours that will finally gain the visibility it has always deserved. Perhaps it will simply be the recognition of the people around you, who will begin to value more who you are and what you do. Aquarius has an incredible ability to see the future, to have revolutionary ideas, to think outside the box. But the people around you can't always keep up with your pace. Sometimes you feel misunderstood, as if you're speaking a language no one else understands. But that's changing. The world is finally catching up to your level of awareness. People are starting to understand the things you've been saying for years. And with that comes the natural recognition of your pioneering spirit, your advanced vision, your ability to innovate. When that recognition arrives, you might even feel a little uncomfortable at first. After all, you're not used to being in the spotlight. You prefer to work behind the scenes, letting the ideas shine brighter than you. But learn to receive this recognition with grace, with humility, but also with the certainty that you deserve it. Don't diminish your achievements. Don't try to minimize your importance. You worked hard to get where you are. You used your unique gifts to make a difference, and that needs to be celebrated. Furthermore, this recognition will open even more doors for you. It will connect you with influential people who can help amplify your work. It will give you larger platforms to share your ideas. This will provide you with the resources to undertake even more ambitious projects. So see this recognition not as an end in itself, but as a tool the universe is giving you to expand your positive impact on the world. Use this visibility wisely. Use this influence for causes you believe in. Use this platform to inspire others to also follow their dreams and express their authenticity. Because in the end, Aquarius, you don't want recognition just for ego. You want recognition so you can do even more, reach more people, and create even more significant changes. And the universe is giving you exactly that. Fifth revelation. A profound personal transformation. Aquarius, the fifth revelation I have to share with you is about transformation. And I'm not talking about small, superficial changes. I'm talking about a profound transformation, one that affects all areas of your life. The universe is preparing you for a completely new version of yourself. A more authentic, more powerful version, more aligned with your true purpose. This transformation has already begun, in fact. If you stop to think about it, you've probably already noticed some changes happening within you. Things that used to bother you no longer make as much of a difference. People who once had a lot of space in your life now seem distant. Old dreams may have lost their shine, while new desires begin to emerge in your heart. All of this is part of the process. The universe is literally rebuilding you from the inside out. It's removing everything that no longer serves you, everything that isn't authentically yours, everything you've accumulated over the years due to social pressure, fear, and insecurity. And in its place, it's planting new seeds, seeds of who you truly are, of who you were always destined to be. This transformation can be uncomfortable at times, I won't lie. You might feel lost, like you no longer know who you are, like you're caught between two versions of yourself. That's completely normal. Every true transformation goes through a phase of deconstruction before reconstruction. It's like a caterpillar transforming into a butterfly. It needs to completely dissolve inside its cocoon before emerging with wings. You're in that process now. And however difficult it may be, however much you sometimes feel like returning to the comfort zone of what you already knew, I need you to trust the process. The universe knows exactly what it's doing. Every experience you're living, every challenge you're facing, every change that's happening, all of this has a greater purpose. It's preparing you to live a life much more aligned with your truth, much more fulfilling, much freer. Part of this transformation involves letting go of old behavioral patterns that no longer serve you. Maybe you've always been afraid to expose yourself, to show who you really are. Maybe you've always put the needs of others before your own. Maybe you've always doubted your own worth. These patterns are dissolving now. You are learning to value yourself, to establish healthy boundaries, to honor your needs and desires. You are learning that it is not selfish to take care of yourself, that it is not arrogance to recognize your own brilliance, that it is not weakness to ask for help when you need it. These lessons will strengthen you in ways you can't even imagine. When this transformation is complete, you will look back and barely recognize the person you were before. And that's not a bad thing, quite the opposite. It means you have evolved, that you have grown, that you have become more yourself. And this new version of you will attract completely different things into your life. New people, new opportunities, new experiences. all aligned with who you really are, not who you thought you should be. Sixth revelation, a stronger spiritual calling. The sixth thing the universe has in store for you, Aquarius, is profoundly spiritual in nature. You are about to feel a spiritual calling much stronger than you have ever felt before. Whether you are already a spiritual person or are just beginning to explore this side of life, this calling will reach you in a way that is impossible to ignore. Aquarius is a sign naturally connected to higher dimensions of consciousness. You have always had an ease in understanding abstract concepts, in seeing beyond the obvious, in questioning structures and seeking deeper truths. But now the universe is inviting you to go even deeper. It is calling you to develop your spiritual gifts, to strengthen your connection with the divine, to take a more active role in raising collective consciousness. This calling can manifest in various ways. You may begin to have very vivid dreams, dreams that seem like messages, that bring important information about your path. You may begin to notice synchronicities much more frequently, those moments when it seems that the universe is sending you clear and direct signals. You may feel a strong attraction to spiritual practices that never interested you before, whether it's meditation, energy work, or the study of ancient philosophies. Pay attention to these impulses because they are not random. They are the universe guiding you to where you need to go. Very soon, you may discover that you have spiritual abilities you didn't even know existed. Perhaps you are more intuitive than you thought. Perhaps you have an ease in feeling energies, in perceiving things that others don't. Perhaps you have a natural gift for healing, whether through words, energy, or simply through your presence. The important thing is that you don't ignore these gifts. The world needs people like you, people who can serve as a bridge between the material world and the spiritual world, people who can bring light and awareness to places that are in darkness. And you have exactly these qualities. Your sign was made to be a bearer of light, a spiritual revolutionary, someone who helps humanity evolve to higher levels of consciousness. But with great gifts come great responsibilities. You will need to dedicate yourself to your spiritual development. You will need to study, practice, and seek guidance from more experienced people. You will need to learn to balance your material life with your spiritual life, because one cannot negate the other. And above all, you will need to learn to trust what you feel, what you know deep in your soul, even when your mind tries to question or disbelieve it. This spiritual calling will also connect you with a community of kindred spirits. You will find people who are on the same journey, people who understand this search for something greater, people with whom you can exchange experiences and learnings. These connections will be fundamental to your growth. So don't isolate yourself on your spiritual journey. Share, teach what you learn from others. Because true spirituality is not solitary, it is collective. It unites us, connects us, reminds us that we are all part of something much bigger. Seventh revelation, the freedom you've always dreamed of. Aquarius, the seventh revelation is about something sacred to you, freedom. And I know that freedom is almost like oxygen for your sign. You can't live fully if you feel trapped, whether in a suffocating relationship, a job that doesn't allow you to be yourself, or any situation that limits your authentic expression. The universe knows this. And that's why very soon, you will achieve a level of freedom you've always dreamed of. This freedom can come in different forms. It can be financial freedom, where you finally manage to earn money doing what you love, without having to submit to jobs that drain your energy. It can be geographical freedom, where you finally manage to travel, discover new places, explore the world the way you've always wanted. It can be emotional freedom, where you break free from toxic patterns, relationships that held you back, and fears that paralyzed you. Or it can be all these freedoms together, because when you achieve one, the others naturally begin to follow. The important thing is that you are about to experience a lightness you haven't felt in a long time. That feeling that you can be whoever you want, go wherever you want, live however you want, without having to answer to anyone, without having to fit into molds that weren't made for you. But this freedom comes with responsibility, because with freedom comes choice, and with choice comes the need for discernment. You will need to learn to use this freedom wisely. Freedom doesn't mean doing anything at any time without thinking about the consequences. It means having the ability to consciously choose what is best for you, what leads you in the direction of your dreams, what keeps you aligned with your values. Some people are afraid of freedom, because freedom means taking full responsibility for your own life. You can no longer blame circumstances, you can no longer blame other people, you can no longer make excuses. When you are free, You are solely responsible for your choices and the results they bring. But you, Aquarius, are not afraid of that. You always wanted this responsibility. You always wanted to have total control over your own life. And now you will finally have it. Use this freedom to live according to your values. Use this freedom to pursue your boldest dreams. Use this freedom to create a life that is truly yours, not a life someone else told you should have. Because ultimately, the greatest prison is living a life that isn't authentically yours. And the greatest freedom is waking up every day knowing you're living exactly the way you chose to live. The universe is giving you this opportunity. It's opening the doors of your cage, so to speak. But you're the one who needs the courage to leave, to fly, to explore the world out there. Don't stay in the comfort zone of prison just because it's familiar. Go in search of your freedom. It's waiting for you on the other side of the door. And when you finally achieve that freedom, you'll realize it's even sweeter than you imagined. You'll realize you can create an extraordinary life when you're not limited by external expectations, by internal fears, by anything other than your own will and determination. Eighth revelation. An explosive creativity. The eighth thing the universe is preparing for you, my dear Aquarius, is an explosion of creativity. And when I say explosion, I really mean it. You are about to enter a phase where ideas will flow from you like never before. Aquarius is naturally a creative and innovative sign. You have always had an ease in thinking of original solutions, in seeing possibilities that others don't see, in connecting seemingly unconnected concepts in brilliant ways. But lately, perhaps you have felt this creativity a little blocked. Perhaps you have felt uninspired, without that spark that has always characterized you. Perhaps life's responsibilities have taken up so much space that you haven't even had time to create, to invent, to dream. But all this is about to change. The universe is unlocking your creativity in a powerful way. Suddenly, you will find yourself having ideas all the time, waking up in the middle of the night with brilliant insights, seeing possibilities in everything around you. Your mind will be buzzing with creativity, and you'll feel an almost urgent need to express it all, to get those ideas out of your head and transform them into something concrete. This creative explosion can manifest in any area of your life. It could be at work, where you'll propose innovative solutions that will impress everyone. It could be in a hobby you'll pick up again or a new interest you'll develop. It could be in how you express yourself, how you dress, how you decorate your home. It could even be in how you solve everyday problems, bringing that unique and original approach that only Aquarius has. The important thing is that you don't waste this creative energy. When ideas come, write them down. When you feel like creating something, create it. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait to have all the necessary resources. Don't wait for someone to give you permission. Creativity flows when you allow it to flow. When you remove obstacles from the path and simply let things happen. And you know what's even better? Some of your creations will have a much greater impact than you imagine. That idea you think is just nonsense might be exactly what someone needed to hear. That project you think will never amount to anything could be the beginning of something revolutionary. Aquarius has the gift of being ahead of its time. Often, your ideas seem strange or impractical at the moment you have them, but a few years later everyone realizes you were right all along. So don't give up on your ideas just because others don't understand them immediately. Have the courage to be a pioneer, to experiment, to create things that have never been created before. Because that's exactly what the world needs. People who aren't afraid to think differently, who aren't afraid to innovate, who aren't afraid to break paradigms. Furthermore, this creative phase will reconnect you with joy, with passion, with that feeling of being alive and engaged with life. When you are creating, you are in your natural element. You feel useful, you feel important, you feel connected to something bigger. So make the most of this energy. Create without fear, experiment without guilt, express yourself without shame. Because your creativity is a gift not only to you, but to the whole world. Ninth revelation. Truer and deeper relationships. Aquarius, the ninth revelation I have for you concerns your relationships. And not just romantic relationships, but all your relationships. Friendships, family, work colleagues, everyone. The universe is promoting a deep cleansing of your social circle. And at the same time, it is bringing new people who will elevate the quality of your connections. Lately, you may have noticed that some friendships have naturally cooled down. People who were once part of your routine now seem distant. Conversations that once flowed easily now seem forced. This is not a coincidence, and it's not your fault. What's happening is that you are vibrating at a different frequency now. You have evolved, grown, changed. And not everyone can keep up with this evolution. Some people will be left behind, and that's okay. This doesn't mean they were bad or that you were bad to them. It just means that your paths are diverging, and each of you needs to go in the direction that is right for you. Letting go of these relationships can be painful, I know, especially if they are people who have been with you for a long time. But holding on to them out of attachment, fear of loneliness, or a sense of obligation is not good for anyone. It's better to have a few true connections than many superficial ones. And the universe knows this. That's why it's doing this cleansing in your life, creating space for new people to enter. And what incredible people are coming your way, Aquarius. People who will truly understand you, who will respect your individuality, who will celebrate who you are instead of trying to change you. People with whom you can be completely authentic, without masks, without pretense. People who will challenge you intellectually, who will inspire you spiritually, who will support you emotionally. These are the connections the universe is preparing for you. And when you find these people, you will notice the difference immediately. You will feel that sensation of finally having found your tribe, your people, the people with whom you can be completely yourself. In the realm of love specifically, there are also new things coming. If you are single, get ready because someone very special may appear in your path. Someone who will understand that you need space, who will value your independence, who will love you exactly as you are. If you are already in a relationship, this can be a time of deepening the connection, of reaching levels of intimacy and understanding that you didn't know were possible. But regardless of your current romantic situation, the message here is clear. Your relationships will become more genuine, deeper, more satisfying. You will no longer accept crumbs of affection. You will no longer tolerate relationships where you give a lot and receive little. You will no longer stay in situations that don't do you any good just because it's more comfortable than being alone. You are learning your worth, you are raising your standards, and that's wonderful. Some people may think you are becoming too demanding, too difficult, too selective. Let them think that. You know you're not asking for anything more than you deserve, and what you're also willing to offer. You want reciprocity, you want truth, you want genuine connections. And there's nothing wrong with that. So be patient with this process of renewing your relationships. Trust that the right people will stay or come along, and that the wrong people will naturally drift away. And in the end, you'll find yourself surrounded by exactly the kind of energy you need to thrive. 10th revelation, the fulfillment of an old dream. And finally, Aquarius, we arrive at the 10th and final revelation. And this one is special because it concerns a dream you've carried for a long time. That dream that you sometimes even forget you have, because life has been pushing you in other directions. That dream that you may have given up on realizing because it seemed impossible, because the circumstances weren't favorable, because you thought it was too late. Well, I have news for you. It's never too late, and that dream is about to become a reality. The universe never forgets the true desires of your heart. And that dream you have, however impossible it may seem now, is in your heart for a reason. It's part of your purpose, it's part of who you came to be in this life. And very soon, the conditions will align perfectly so that you can finally pursue and realize that dream. It could be a professional dream, like starting your own business, working in the field you've always loved, making that career transition you've been putting off for years. It could be a personal dream, like living in a specific place, learning a new skill, or having an experience that's been on your bucket list for decades. It could be a creative dream like writing a book, creating a work of art, or developing a project that's been in your head for a long time. Or it could be a spiritual dream, like reaching a certain level of consciousness, taking a sacred journey, or connecting with something greater. Whatever that dream is, the universe is creating the conditions for it to come true. And you'll realize this when doors start to open, when the right people start to appear, when the necessary resources start to emerge. It will seem like everything is conspiring in your favor, and in fact it is. Because when you are aligned with your purpose, when you are vibrating at the right frequency, the entire universe works to help you. But there's an important part to this story. You also need to do your part. The universe can open doors, but you need the courage to walk through them. The universe can bring opportunities, but you need the audacity to seize them. The universe can align everything perfectly, but you need to take the first step and the second and all the steps that follow. Don't wait for everything to be perfect to begin. Don't wait to have all the answers, all the resources, all the security. Start with what you have from where you are. The path will reveal itself as you walk. And the more you move towards your dreams, The more the universe supports you, the more things flow, the more you realize that it was always possible. The realization of this old dream will bring profound satisfaction to your life. It will make you feel that you are finally living according to your true potential, that you are finally being true to yourself, that you are finally doing what you were born to do. And that feeling is priceless. It's worth every effort, every challenge, every moment of doubt you will need to overcome. So don't give up on your dream, Aquarius. However distant it may seem now, however impossible it may seem in the eyes of others, keep believing. Keep nurturing that dream in your heart. Keep taking small steps towards it, even if they are tiny steps, because the universe is working in your favor. And very soon, you will look back and realize that what seemed impossible was just waiting for the right moment to manifest. And that moment is arriving now. If this message resonated with your zodiac sign, trust me, it's no coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it sends exactly the right signal, and you're here because you needed to hear this today. Your contribution as a subscriber or member is what keeps these messages alive. Messages that touch, awaken, and transform lives. And if this video made sense to you, leave your birth date in the comments. Aquarius, we've reached the end of this video. But in reality, we're only at the beginning of a new journey for you. The 10 revelations I've shared here aren't fantasies or illusions. They are real movements the universe is making in your life right now. Each of these blessings is approaching you, and the speed at which they manifest depends greatly on your openness to receiving them. So I want to invite you to stop doubting yourself so much. Stop thinking you don't deserve good things. Stop sabotaging your own opportunities with fear, insecurity, and overanalysis. Trust the universe, trust yourself, trust the process. Everything is aligning perfectly so that you can live the best version of your life. But you need to do your part. You need to be open, you need to be willing, you need to be brave enough to step out of your comfort zone and embrace the new that is coming. Remember, you were born under the sign of the water bearer, the one who brings fresh water to humanity, the one who brings renewal, innovation, and change. You are here to make a difference, to break paradigms, to show that it's possible to live authentically in a world that constantly tries to mold us. And the universe is giving you all the necessary tools to fulfill this mission. Use these tools wisely, use them with love, use them for the greater good. I want you to know that I believe in you. I believe in your potential. I believe in your dreams. I believe you are capable of extraordinary things. And even more importantly, the universe believes in you. That's why it's preparing all these blessings, all these opportunities, all these transformations. You are not alone on this journey. You have invisible forces working in your favor. You have angels protecting you. You have the universe itself conspiring for your good. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I invite you to do so now. Hit that subscribe button, activate the notification bell, because I bring important messages like this regularly, and you won't want to miss them. If the messages in this video touched your heart, if you felt they were made especially for you, consider becoming a subscriber or member of the channel. Your contribution keeps this work alive, bringing light, hope, and guidance to thousands of people who need it. And now I want to ask you a question. Of all 10 revelations I shared, which one resonated with you the most? Which one did you feel was exactly what you needed to hear? Leave it in the comments along with your birth date. I read all the comments and they often inspire me to create new content. Remember, you didn't get here by chance. The universe guided you to this message because you needed to hear these words today. So take them with you, keep them in your heart, and let them strengthen you in the days to come. Incredible things are coming your way. Aquarius. Very soon, you will look back and realize that this was the moment when everything began to change. This was the moment you decided to trust, to believe, to open your heart to receive all the blessings the universe is preparing for you. Thank you for watching until now. May the light of the universe always illuminate your path. May you have the strength to face all the challenges that come your way. May you have the wisdom to seize all the opportunities that arise. And may you never forget how special you are, how important you are, how much you are loved by the universe. Until the next message, my dear Aquarian, go in peace, go with faith, go with the certainty that wonderful days are coming your way.